Hi, I'm Jane. Today we're going to talk about Dr. Huey taking over. This is a rootstock. This is a very hardy rose, so it can handle the cold. My dog's going behind the camera there. It can handle the cold, but it takes over if we don't get it cut back. So what it is a lot of hybrid teas, a lot of really beautiful floribundas. They are grafted onto this Dr. Huey. Dr. Huey smells good. I remember this rose from my childhood, so it does have some significance to it, but it is not quite that, it's really not that pretty. But this is the rose I want. This is the rose I want. It's going to stay gorgeous and compact and beautiful, striped, gorgeous colors. So what's happening is the Dr. Huey is taking over. It is coming from the graft reunion down here all the way underneath, and it is taking over. So what we need to do is we need to cut all this stuff back so that we can have our original beautiful rose again. This is the rose we want. This rose is the rose that likes to take over. So why would they graft onto this rose? This rose can handle, I'll put the information on the screen, but it can go, very, very, very cold hardy. So when you have a hybrid tea or a floribunda that cannot handle the cold, you want to graft it onto one of those Dr. Hueys. So because this rose takes over quite a bit, I'm leaning more towards own root roses that don't have this problem where the rootstock rose takes over. So let me show you some pictures in the front. I've got a couple more that are doing this because I got them for free from someone's yard. I dug them out, and 2 of them have taken completely over, so those 2 are coming out. But some of the other ones, I can still save them, I think. So let's try this. Here's another example of Dr. Huey. I think it's completely taking over this rose too. So here is the rose that we want it to be. Again, sentimental, and it's taking over. So I got to figure out where the graft is and go down from there. Let me show you one more. So right here, it's also taking over. Either I can't tell if it's taking over this rose. There's lots of weeds in here. Or if it took over one that I had in the front. But you got to see the tall lilies. Look how tall those are. Look at these tall lilies. Aren't they amazing?
There's like no more leaves next to it, Mom. Look at it.
5 feet. Easy. Hi, welcome back. Got lots of kids playing in my backyard and dogs. I'll turn it around in just a second. But we are working on getting rid of the Dr. Huey out of this rose. Sometimes you have 2 roses coming up in one rose. You don't want the rootstock. So we're going to try to show you how to get rid of that. I've got a wagon here that I'm starting to pull everything around. But first you got to see all my fun, my chaos. Hi Lindsay, what are you doing?
This is called the back rock cat.
Okay, let's try it.
3, 2, 1, go!
This is how we bathe our dogs.
I came up with a new plan.
Yeah, you did. You did a good job. There's Josh and his friend.
Wash his paws. And have a quick, because it's so hot outside. I thought it'd be fun to make a pool. And that's all.
Okay, we're going to try to get the rootstock out. So I'm pulling all the Dr. Huey out first. I don't know if I'm going to compost it or not because I haven't decided on that part yet. But what we're going to do is we're going to cut out all of the rose except for this pretty one. I'll get a picture. Ouch. So let's see if we can see what it's doing. So this rose, almost like we got 2 separate roses here. Okay, we're going to cut all these out. So we're gonna come in here and we're gonna go down as far as we can see. So here's a good one right here. We're just gonna cut all this out so we can see what we're doing. Only cut out the gangly red one. So we don't want to cut this daylily that's about to bloom. And then we can see better what we have going on. So let me continue with that. I'll be right back. So I got smarter and put some gloves on, even if it's backwards. So these look like they're two different roses altogether. This and that were sending off the really ugly red. And this rose, all the way down there, is sending off the really pretty one. So what I might have to do is dig a little right here, figure out what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna dig down a little bit, and I'm going to take these daylilies and move the daylilies. So there's one, there's two, and then there's one smack in the middle. Just a minute, sweetie. Let me get under it. Lindsay wants to help. You want to help, Mom?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't poke any of the roses. It hurts really bad. So just this spot right here. Hold on to that. And you just kind of yank it. Go ahead.
Ow.
Did you get a rose?
An accident.
Ooh, I finally decided to go put some. That doesn't look too bad. Put some gloves on. Okay. Now I've got to figure out what's going on here. This was a rose I dug up from someone else's yard, put in my yard. The good thing about it is it's free. Should we save that?
Yes.
The bad thing about it is it's
Not.
Oh, we have a rose the rootstock trying to come up because I don't know what I'm doing.
That is bad.
I'm new at it. Okay, so what's happening is this is the main rose. And the rootstock below the main rose is coming up from it. So we're just going to keep digging and hopefully we can see what it's doing.
A little bit is right there.
So this is the one we want to keep. And all the rest of this stuff is what we don't want to keep.
Like, so we don't want to keep this one.
No.
But that one.
Yep.
So I
So
said we don't want to keep this one, but that one.
for all you rose experts out there, leave me a comment on what you would do. We're kind of just experimenting with this, using a free rose we got from someone else.
Mama, wait.
Hi, Lindsay's recording. Come look at this.
One second.
I got myself pretty good with the thorn. Look all the way down here. This section right here is the rootstock. I might sacrifice this rose to show you what it does. I might sacrifice this rose so that I can show you the rose and the rootstock, but I'm going to try to save it. So let's see what we can do. Right here. Rose.
Oh, he's giving it not enough
Sun.
sun.
Maybe.
Probably what's happening to those flowers over there. But, Mom, I have a question. Sacrificing the rose, won't that destroy the rose?
Okay, so this rose is doing really good. This is the main one. That one might be the main one.
There was a thorn right under it.
Okay, I just dug this up because I wanted to see if I can salvage this. The ones that are putting off the good rose is the one I have my hand on right now. And then everything on this side is the rootstock.
Flat thing. Point it to me.
So let's kind of see if we can look at this.
Awesome.
Figure out how we're supposed to get rid of that spot. So I'm supposed to cut all this back. I think I'm supposed to cut all this back that was causing trouble. Put it back in the ground with these two. And then deep water. So let's try this.
Flat thing.
Hopefully I know what I'm doing. I don't really know what I'm doing, but we're going to try this. And my secateurs, my scissors are not working very well. There we go. Clippers. Okay, those are kind of dead anyway.
Watch this.
And then this one.
Flattening.
Thanks, Lindsay. Hold still for just a minute. Can you go get the bigger clippers?
What are which? Oh, the ginormous ones?
Yeah, do you know where they are?
I don't really, but I'll find them.
Alright, I'm gonna get some big clippers. I'm gonna clip this and this and this off. Let's see what we can do. Okay, I just brought out the big guns. I'm gonna take this one off, this, and this. All the stuff from the root. This is all rootstock. This one's the good rose. This one's the good rose. Yeah, I got a bigger tool. I'm gonna clip off some of these. Okay, follow it down right here, Lindsay.
As steady as a earwig.
Steady as an earwig? How steady is an earwig?
Not pretty steady. I meant to say as steady as I could. But
Okay,
then
so
it was an
these
earwig. I hate
all
earwigs.
those. Don't put you guys dizzy yet?
Recording. Oh, and here she's snipping even more. Ta-da! So now we have just those parts.
So I'm gonna watch this one right here. See the one I'm tapping?
Yes.
I'm gonna watch that one and see if it's the right rose or if it's not. If it's not the right rose, then I gotta cut that one all the way back. But I really, really love this rose. I would like it to stay.
I hope it does too.
Watch your toes, Lindsay Lou.
Ta-da!
I'm gonna stick it back in the hole. Let's turn it a little bit more.
And I don't want to step on the toe.
And I might need to go a little bit
The rose.
deeper.
Oh, one flower. I never do it.
Let's dig a little bit deeper and then get it back in there.
See?
And then we'll
And
put
now
it back
look.
in there.
Berry, berry, berry. The berry, berry, berry. The berry, berries, berries. Berries, berries, berries. Berries, berries, berries. Are you done?
Are you still recording my phone? Okay, I just replanted it. Let's see if we can get it to do the rose that we want and leave the rootstock out of it. Okay, let's see. Okay, I just planted the rose back again. And then I planted the daylilies and the iris back. We will watch it. We will watch the base and make sure that rootstock stays hidden. Let me deadhead this rose. Okay, I am just watering this rose back in and we'll see what we can do. It is really hot. We are in July, but this bed gets a little more shade than some of the other ones in the afternoon, so we will see. So I have two Dr. Huey roses. Hi, Lindsay. One that I pulled out already, and then this one, right? Let's see if I can get my finger the right way. I can't figure it out. Right? No. There. That's a little harder than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so this rose used to be beautiful. Honestly, I never saw it bloom what it was originally supposed to be. It turned into this Dr. Huey right there, and it reverted back to the rootstock. So it's coming out. I already pulled one of them out. Let's see if I can show you. Right, there's a hole. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over to Lowe's and get their 50% to 75% off roses and get a nice clearance rose to put in both of these spots. Let me turn the camera around. So there's one of the roses that reverted back to the Dr. Huey rootstock, and then I pulled another one out there so you can see this gorgeous bed. There's quite a bit of beauty in here. There's a really pretty hibiscus. Look at this gorgeous daylily. So anyway, these are coming out. What I've been doing is just digging the entire thing out. I'm going to go over to Lowe's and we're going to see if we can find some clearance roses to replace them. Say bye, Linz.
Hey. Also, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Oh, yes.
That would really help us.
Mm-hmm. Bye.
Bye.
Just have fun with it.
Just have fun with it.
Okay, we're in full sun for a minute, so sorry about the shadows. But I think the rose that we tore all the way out is going to give us some glorious blooms. And hopefully this section right here, which is starting to look like it is the rootstock. Dang it. Might have to just take that out. So I'll just cut, can you see down there at all? I'll just cut this one completely off, that dead branch anyway. But I've got 3 blooms coming up to show us that we see if we saved that rose or not. I wanted to show you this anise hyssop that was winter sown last year next to the beautiful, look how pretty this is together. It's really quite pretty. And that smells like licorice. It's such a beautiful smell. So let me get some more water on this rose. It's starting to kind of droop a little bit. These are Jubilee hyssop. We're in the desert. Like I said, we've been over 100 for days and days. Everything needs water back here. Look what I found. I'm so excited. We saved the rose. Isn't that glorious? So another bud's gonna come. We gotta watch these buds. And this one, if it comes out red at all, we're gonna need to pull anything from this side that might be the rootstock. But I'm pretty proud of this. We did it in July, so maybe too hot. If you're doing it, maybe you should do it more like fall and not subject a rose to that brutal summer. But I think we saved the rose. So glorious. So there's the first bloom that came out, and this next bloom's a little more deceiving. My dogs are wrestling behind me. It is the same rose. It has that striping, but this looks like it was just the red. I came out here and was like, no! But nope. That's still the sentimental striped one. I still have this one to open, and the one down there to open. But I wanted to show you my winter sown. This one is called Night and Day Snapdragon. Isn't it glorious? So pretty. That would be pretty in a bouquet with the sentimental. Eventually. They're still kind of small right now.